How you folks doing? This is the part 2 to my Judas Priest career review, and for all you that can see it coming up in front of the camera, yes, I'm smoking a cigarette. I know, I'm horrible, I'm evil, but I smoke a lot, and if smoking offends you, then I really don't care. Fuck off. Don't care. Sorry. Yum. Anyway, sorry. I'm really not a pompous ass. It's just, throwing a little mix up in there. So, back to our review. Last one we did was Turbo. Now, after Turbo, they did an album called Ram It Down. Now, this album, I believe, came out in 1988. On this album, you can hear Judas Priest going into a heavier direction. Really good stuff. I really like it. Still same power metal sound that they've had, but with a little bit speedier guitar work, speedier drum work. Just really good way they changed it. And it's just a really good album, honestly. Some of the good tracks on here: Ram It Down, Heavy Metal, Hard as Iron. They also did a cover of the old song Johnny Be Good. Really good cover version of it, though. In the whole Judas Priest style. And then the bonus tracks on this one, since this is the remastered edition, is Night Comes Down Live and Bloodstone Live. So if you want to hear when Judas Priest started to get a little heavier, check out Ram It Down. Definitely worth it. Now, at the beginning of the first video, I was playing the song Painkiller, which brings me to my next CD, the album Painkiller. Now, once again, still heading into that heavy direction that they have. This is my favorite Judas Priest album. Just really good stuff. Like I said, sped up guitar, sped up drums, without losing their technicality. Rob Halford's vocal range on this is just as amazing as it ever was. Some of my favorite songs on here. Well, I actually tell you the truth, I like every song on the album. But you got songs like Painkiller, All Guns Blazing, Leather Rebel, Nightcrawler, Metal Meltdown. This is the remastered version. The original version came out in 1990. And bonus tracks on this are Living Bad Dreams and Leather Rebel Live. So, really good album. Check it out. Now, after the album Painkiller in 1990, Rob Halford left the band for a little while. I believe he left in 91, 92. They took a little hiatus total. Didn't tour for a while, didn't put out anything for a while. And then 1996, I believe, they found a guy by the name of Tim Owens. He tried out for the band, ended up getting the gig. He's from Akron, Ohio, so all of us from Ohio, fucking rock on. We finally got something we can be proud of. Also, a little interesting side note, a guy by the name of Ralph Schreipers also tried out for the band. He didn't make it, but see, my thing is, Ripper Owens did 2 albums with Judas Priest, but most people really hated him, and I really don't know why. Ripper Owens is an amazing vocalist, got a really good voice, got a hell of a range, got more of a, just a grungy sound to his voice, makes it a little bit different. But as far as I can tell, the reason most people didn't like these 2 albums was because it wasn't Rob Halford. But in all reality, all of us in the metal world and all of us fans of Judas Priest, there's really no vocalist like Rob Halford. He's just an amazing singer, all around. And but Ralph Schreipers is the only vocalist I've heard that sounds damn near just like him. A couple songs. He's actually the lead singer of Primal Fear, another really good power metal band. But I'll tell you what, there's a couple songs on the album I have called Black Sun, where if I hadn't known it wasn't Rob Halford, I would have thought it was. He sounds damn near just like him. But in all reality, that might have been why he didn't get the gig in the first place. They may have wanted to go in a little different direction, like they did with the music. He did, like I said, Ripper Owens did 2 albums. The first one was an album called Jugulator. Pretty wicked cover art, right? On this album, and on the next one, Demolition, they have more of a thrashy sound to them. Lower tones, heavier. than Painkiller and Ram It Down. I think it's really good. Like I said, a lot of people hated it. I really don't know why. Some really good tracks off here was Jugulator, Bloodstained, Brain Dead, Burn in Hell, Decapitate. Like I said, really good album. The first one to have Tim the Ripper Owens on it came out in 1997. So check it out for all of you that haven't heard it yet or didn't even know that Judas Priest had another singer for a while. May surprise you. May like it, you may not, but it's worth a look. Now their second album, and the last one to feature Ripper Owens, was an album called Demolition. Now the one I have happens to be the Australian Tour edition. How did an Australian CD end up in Ohio? I can only assume someone ordered it from there. I really don't know. All I know is I found it, I bought it, end of story with that. This one's a 2-disc set. It comes with a second disc that's really, I don't know why they put it on 2 discs. The second disc has only got 3 tracks. The tracks on that one are What's My Name, and then the Green Man Alicia and Rapid Fire. Those are both live tracks. But good stuff. This album, some good songs off here. Hell Is Home, Jekyll and Hyde, Bloodsuckers, Subterfuge, and Metal Messiah. Like I said, still the same heavy, thrashy sound that they had on Drugulator. But really good stuff. A good note for Tim Owens to go out on. Another additional side note I'll say is I was kind of disappointed in these albums just because Tim Owens, like I said, he's an amazing vocalist, got a great voice and an amazing range. But on these albums, it didn't really seem like he really tested his range that much. Anybody that's heard him sing in Iced Earth or Beyond Fear, he can get way up there. And on these albums, he really didn't do a lot of the high-pitched screaming. I'm not really sure why. My only guess is that that's the way the band wanted to do it. So, also, something interesting about Tim Owens, the movie Rockstar, starring Mark Wahlberg, I can't say 100% that it's about Tim Owens' life, but it parallels it pretty damn good. A cover band, a cover power metal band, and the guy, somehow somebody got a hold of a demo tape, and they just happened to need a singer, and he's the one that ended up getting the gig. From what I hear, it's pretty much what happened with Tim Owens. So, check out the movie too. You may like it. It includes, got a pretty decent cast. Like I said, Mark Wahlberg's in it. Zakk Wylde actually plays one of the lead guitar players for the band in the movie. So, that's pretty interesting to see Zakk Wylde in there. Now, Tim Owens ended up leaving the group. I never found out if they fired him or if he just quit, but he did end up leaving in, I think, 2000, I want to say 2002, roughly. Well, 2003, Rob Halford rejoined the group. I know as far as I know, their first official tour they did back with him was the Reunited tour in 2004. I had the privilege of seeing them on Ozfest that year. Amazing show for you guys that weren't there. Rob Halford came out, of course, full leather. Looked like a biker, like he tended to do sometimes. Also came out on his Harley, like he did in a lot of the shows. So, pretty good shit. The first album he did with them coming back was an album called Angel of Retribution. Good stuff. This happens to be the limited edition. It's a hardback. Comes with the bonus DVD of the Reunited tour. Not the whole tour, some songs off of it. And it's got some really good songs on it, like Judas Rising, Revolution, Demonizer. Angel is an amazing song. This album, we see them going back a step on the heaviness. Still fairly heavy, but it mixes in more of the melodic sound and some softer sound that they've had on some of their other stuff. Really good note for him to come back, though. It was good, definitely worth checking out. Now, like I said in the first video, Judas Priest is on their farewell tour, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be their only farewell tour. I just don't end up seeing them being like a band like Kiss and saying farewell 100 fucking times. I just don't see it. But that's all right. They're a great band, and they've done it for years and years and years, and if they want to go out, I think they've earned the right to. But as far as I know, they're not planning on doing another studio album. So this the 16th album, may be and probably will be their last studio album together. It's an album called Nostradamus. And as you can see, look how freaking big it is. Hold on, let me center it. There you go. Pretty freaking big. It's literally a book. They made the case a book, pretty much. And if you look inside, pretty cool cover art, or pretty cool artwork in here. Got some good stuff. Lyrics, all that stuff. This one is the 2-disc special edition. Some really good tracks on here like Prophecy, War, Death, Exiled, Visions, and the title track Nostradamus is really good. I'm not really sure how much it's worth. My guess is if you're a fan of Judas Priest, get this album, because I would think that once they finally announce their last show saying, hey, we're done, we appreciate all our fans, you know, blah blah blah, this album's probably going to sell out pretty quick. I myself, this one, I ended up getting it for $24. And I know what you're thinking, $24 for one CD. Well, like I said, it's a 2-disc set. Plus, I got it for 24 bucks, and I know for a fact I saw it myself at FYE, brand new, $44.95. So, got $20 less than I could have gotten for the store. And like I said, really good album. The only thing I was disappointed in was Rob Halford didn't do nearly as much as the high-pitched vocals that he did, but still worth it. You know, it's going to be if it does end up being their last studio album, it's one that they can be proud they went out going on. You know what I mean? So basically, that's Judas Priest's career in a nutshell. I hope you guys watched both of these, and I hope you found it informing and somewhat entertaining. Tried to mix a little humor in there, but I really wanted it to be this, like, a real, you know, this isn't any kind of formal review. It's just my own personal knowledge about the bands that I enjoy. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just basically doing this for fun. So hopefully you guys like it, and hopefully you'll continue to watch. Next week I'm going to post another video of another band. I'm going to go ahead and do Cannibal Corpse, one of my favorite, if not my favorite, death metal band of all time. So hopefully you guys will check that out next week. And to all you metalheads out there, keep it brutal. Until then, take care.